أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Welcome, understand Al-Quran the easy way course to page 4.30. We saw that each juz has been divided into 4 parts and each part has 5 pages. The first 5 pages, 1 to 5, we studied in this QC2 from 1 to 37 ayah, in the 37 ayahs of Surah Al-Baqarah. The next 5 pages, 5 to 10, inshallah, we will study in QC3, and they will start from 38 up to 76, meaning the 39 ayahs. And the next 5 pages, page 11 to 15, inshallah, we will study in QC4 from 77 up to 105, mean the 29 ayahs. The last 5 pages, page 16 to 20, inshallah, we will study in QC5, starting with 106 up to 141, mean the 36 ayahs. In first juz, there are 141 ayahs. Inshallah, we will complete them in QC5. The 5 pages which we study in this QC2, they have the mentioning of Hadayat, Muttaqeen, Kafirin, Munafiqeen, Dawat Quran, and some story for Hazrat Adam alayhi salam. We have completed so far 3 pages. Let's to revise the pointers for first 3 pages. The first page pointers are praise for Allah, dua for guidance, guidance for Muttaqeen, attributes of Muttaqeen. Once again, praise for Allah, dua for guidance, guidance for Muttaqeen, attributes of Muttaqeen. For the second page, the pointers are no guidance for Kafirin, no guidance for Munafiqeen, corrupts and fools, double face. Once again, no guidance for Kafirin, no guidance for Munafiqeen, corrupts and fools, double face. And the pointers for the third page are first example fire, second example rain, Quran's calls, Quran's challenge. Once again, first example fire, second example rain, Quran's calls, Quran's challenge. Let's revise the brief pointers of the first 3 pages. The first page brief pointers are praise, dua, guidance, attributes. Praise, dua, guidance, attributes. And the pointers for the second page are Kafirin, Munafiqeen, corrupt, double face. Kafirin, Munafiqeen, corrupts, double face. And for the third page, the pointers are fire, rain, call, challenge. Fire, rain, call, challenge. Let's proceed the fourth page. The first pointer is warning and good news. And the second pointer is examples of mosquito. The third is who goes astray. And the fourth is how can you disbelieve? Let's to keep them on the fingers. On the fourth finger, the fourth page pointers are warning and good news, example of mosquitoes, who goes astray, how can you disbelieve? Once again, warning and good news, example of mosquitoes, who goes astray, how can you disbelieve? The brief pointers of the page 4 are warning, mosquito, astray, disbelief. Warning, mosquito, astray, disbelief. So the ayah for the first pointer was Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Maslahum kamanaslillazi istawqad nara. And for the second pointer was أو كصيب من السماء فيه ظلمات ورد وبرق. And for the third pointer ayah was يا أيها الناس اعبدوا ربكم الذي خلقكم والذين من قبلكم. And for the fourth pointers وإن كنتم في ريب مما نزلنا على عبدنا فأتوا بسورة من مثله. So the fourth pointer is how can you disbelieve? The relation with the previous verses is in previous verses describing the Quran called Allah asked us to worship him alone. Now he is presenting the same thing in a different way. So this is the first ayah of today. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. كيف تكفرون بالله وكنتم أمواتا فأحياكم ثم يميتكم ثم يحييكم ثم إليه ترجعون. How can you disbelieve in Allah when you were dead, lifeless, and He gave you life? Then He will cause you to die. Then again He will bring you back to life. And then to Him you will be returned. And the next ayat is Bismillah ar-Rahman. هو الذي خلق لكم ما في الأرض جميعا ثم استوى إلى السماء فسبحن سبع سماوات وهو بكل شيء عليم. He is the one who created for you all that is in the earth. Moreover, He turned to the heaven and fashioned them 7 years. And He is the all-knower of everything. So let's to identify the words coming in this ayah. Kaifa. Kaifa is a ism. It's a ism, istifham, mean the question word. Takfuruna. Look, ta is telling it's a mudari verb. Takfuruna, kafara, yakfuru, from yakfuru, yakfuruna, takfuru, akfuru, takfuruna. So it's a plural for the friend. B is a harf followed by ism majroor, billahi jar majroor. Waw is a harf. Kuntum. Kuntum is a madi. Kana, kanu, kunta, kuntu, kuntum, kunna, kuntum. Look, the kuntum is coming from the kana table. The next word is amwatan. Look, there is fatatan, mean double fatah, tanween, telling it's an ism. Fa is a harf. Ahyakum. Kum is a zamir ism. Ahya is a word we will see. Summa is a harf. Yumitukum. Kum is a zamir, remove it. Yumitu is a mudari. Yumitu. Okay. Summa is a harf. Yuhikum. Kum is a zamir. Yuhi is again is a verb of mudari. Summa is a harf. Ilayhi is again the ilah is a harf jar followed isme majrur hi ilayhi jar majrur. Turja'un is a mudari, but it is starting with dhamma. To look either it is a mudari majhul or not, we see the last letter. What is the last letter? Ain, because one in the plural sign, and before it is jim and having fatha. Fu'ala, fu'alu, fa mean the first having dhamma and letter before the last have fatha. So it is majhul, mudari majhul. Huwa is a zamir ism. Allazi again isme masula. It's a singular. Plural is allazina. Khalaqa. It's a madi word because 3 letter, all the 3 having fatha is the sign of the madi. La is a harf jar. Kum is a zamir. Lakum is jarmur. Ma is coming here as we will see. Ism. Fi is a harf jar. Al-ardi is a ismi majrur. So fi ardi jarmur. Jami'an. Look, there is fatatan, double fatah, tanween, telling it's an ism. Summa is a harf. Istawa is a verb. It's from Mazid, we will learn it in QC3. Ila is a harf jar. As-samai, again, it's an ism because coming after harf jar. Moreover, it's starting with alif. Fa is a harf. Savvahunna. Savva is a verb, we will see. And sabba is again ism. Samawat again is ism. Moreover, showing the tanween double kasra, means kasra time. Waw is a harf. هو إذا اسم ضمير. بي إذا حرف جر. كل إذا اسم. بكل جار. شيء إذا اسم. عليم again اسم because tanween the matan is there. So let's look once again. Kaifa ism. Takfuruna the mudari verb. Be is a harf. Allah ismi jilala ism. Waw is a harf. Kuntum is the madi verb. Amwatan again it's a ism. Fa is a harf. Ahya is a fail verb. Kum is a zamir ism. Summa is a harf. Yumitu is again the mudari verb. Kum is a zamir ism. Summa is a harf. Yuhi is a mudari fail verb. Kum is a zamir ism. Summa is a harf. Ila is a harf jar. He is a ismi majrur. Turja'una it's a mudari verb. Wow. Huwa is a ism. Allazi again ism. Khalaqa the madi verb. La is a harf. Kum is a zamir ism. Ma is a harf ism. Fi is a harf. Al-ard ism. Jamian again ism. Summa is a harf. Istawa is the fail of mad. We will learn it in QC3. Ila is a harf jar. As-samai again a ism. Fa is a harf. Sabwa is a fail. Hunna is a zamir ism. Sabba is a again ism. Samawat is a ism. Waw is a harf. Huwa is a ism. Bi is a harf. Kulli is a ism. Shayin is a ism. Alimun is a ism. Let's look the lesson learned from these ayah. When we cannot deny Allah because our life, our death, and our discretion is in His hands. We have to go back to Him. All provisions to have a comfortable life are given by Allah. He knows everything, including all over our thoughts and actions. Look the new words in each time. 2, 3, 2, 3. Mean on average less than 3. Let's go word for word and the phrase for phrase translation and explanation. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. كيف how. تكفرون can you disbelieve billahi in Allah. وكنتم when you were amwatan lifeless. فأحياكم mean then ahya he brought you life you. فأحياكم then he brought you to life. Summa mean then yumitukum he will cause to die you. Then he will cause you to die. Summa then yuhikum he will bring you back to life. Summa then ilayhi to him turja'un you will return. We are dust and Allah brought us to life. Our Allah knows when and how we will die. And we cannot deny Allah because our life, our death, and our discretion is in His hands. We have to go back to Him. Therefore, we cannot afford to be careless. Alim, please, if you can revise, please revise it. Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Kaifa, how, takfuruna, can you disbelieve, billahi in Allah, wa kuntum, when you were, amwatan, lifeless, fa ahyakum, then He brought you to life, summa yumitukum, then He will cause you to die, summa yuhikum, and then He will bring you back to life, summa ilayhi, then to Him, turja'un, you will be returned. The next ayat is Bismillah. Huwa He, Allazi is the one who halaka created lakum for you. Ma what fil earth or which is on the earth. Jamian all of it. Summa then He Istawa directed himself ila samai, the heavens. Fasavvahunna, and made them. Sabba samawat mean 7 skies. Wahuwa, and he is bikulli shayn, all things, all things, alim, all knowing. It is Allah's mercy and loving care that He gave us all provisions to have a comfortable life. He created everything for us. For example, if apples and orange were millimeters in size, how could not we would eat them? Allah created the huge sky with billions and billions of stars in it, plus 6 more skies above it. He knows the status, the details, and the thoughts of the every creature. This should create a feeling of wonder, fear, and amazement about Allah in our hearts. Alif. Let's revise once again. Huwa allazi, it is he who khalaqa lakum, created for you, ma fil ardi, that which is on the earth, jamia, all of it. Summa stawa, then he directed himself, ila samai, to the heaven, fasabbahunna, and made them, sabba samawat, 7 heavens, wahuwa, and he is bikulli shayn, or all of things, alim, all-knowing. Let's to look the lesson once again. Lesson learned from these ayahs. We cannot deny Allah because our life, our death, and our discretion is in His hands. We have to go back to Him. All provisions to have a comfortable life are given by Allah. He knows everything, including all our thoughts and actions. Let's to pray. O Allah, help us ponder your creation to increase our faith. Fill our hearts with your greatness. Help us stay away from the sins. Make a plan. Inshallah, I will ponder upon creations of the heavens and the earth. Let's to look the new words coming this ayah. Mayyat, plural is amwat. Earth, plural is aradi. Sama, plural is samawat. Shay, plural is ashya. Let's go for the 3-letter sound verbs. Kafara, yakfuru, ukfur. Kafirun, makfurun, kufrun. Kafara is the ruler bin nasra. Here it has come takfuruna mudari. Yakfuru, yakfuruna. Takfuru, akfuru, takfuruna. The next one is Raja'a, yarja'u, irja. Raji dash ruju. Raji man is the ruler babi daraba. Here it has come turja'una. Again mudari. Yarja'u, tarja'u, yarja'u, yarja'una, tarja'u, arja'u, tarja'una. The next is khalaqa, yakhluqu, ukhluq. Khaliqun, makhlukun, khalqun. Khalam kaf is the root letter babis nasara. Here it has come khalaqa, the madi verb as such. So this is the kafara table. Let's revise. Kafara, he refused. Kafaru, they refused. Kafarta, you refuse. Kafartu, I refuse. Kafartum, you all refuse. Kafarna, we refuse. Kafarat, she refused. Yakfuru, he refuses. Yakfuruna, they refuse. Takfuru, you refuse. Akfuru, I refuse. Takfuruna, you all refuse. Nakfuru, we refuse. Takfuru, she refused. Ukfur, refuse. Ukfuru, refuse you all. La takfur, don't refuse. La takfuru, don't refuse you all. Kafir, refuser. Makfur, that want to be refused. Kufr, to refuse. Next is Raja'a. Raja, he returned. Raja'u, they returned. Raja'ata, you return. Raja'atu, I return. Raja'atum, you all return. Raja'na, we return. Raja'at, she returned. Yarji'u, he returns. Yarji'una, they return. Tarji'u, you return. Arji'u, I return. Tarji'una, you all return. Narji'u, we return. Tarji'u, she return. Irja', return. Irja'u, return you all. La tarja, don't return. La tarji'u, don't return you all. Rajun, the returner. Marjun, the one who returned. Rajaun, ya rujun, return. Khalaka, he created. Khalaku, they created. Khalakta, you created. Khalaktu, I created. Khalaqtum, you all created. Khalaqna, we created. Khalaqat, she created. Yakhluqu, he creates. Yakhluquna, they create. Takhluqu, you create. Akhluqu, I create. Takhluquna, you all create. Nakhluqu, we create. Takhluqu, she creates. Ukhluk, create. Ukhluqu, create you all. La takhluq, don't create. La takhluqu, don't create you. Khaliqun, creator. Makhlukun, the one to be created. Khalqun, to create. The weak verbs among is the kana, yakunu, kun, kain, dash, kon. Ka, vav, nun is the ruler, bab is nasra. Here it has come kuntum, the madi word. Kana, kanu, kunta, kuntu, kuntum. So this is the kana table. Kana, he was, kanu, they were, kunta, you were, kuntu, I was, kuntum, you all were, kunna, we were, kana, she was. Yakunu, he is, yakununa, they are, takunu, you are, akunu, I am, takununa, you all are, nakunu, we are, takunu, she is, kun, be, kunu, be, you all, la takun, don't be, la takunu, don't be, you are, kain, one to be, dash, konun, to be. So this was all about from the Quranic part. Let's start with the grammar. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Welcome to Understand Al-Quran the Easy Way Course 2, page 4.d. Today we will continue the revisions of the verbs. And we will revise the verbs coming on the pattern of Samia, Wahaba, and Wa'ada. In QC1, we learned the sound verbs nas, fataha, nasara, daraba, samia. In QC2, we learned the weak word, just like wahaba, wa'ada. The weak letter is coming in the front. Then qala, zada, weak letter is coming in the middle. And da and hada, weak letter coming at the end. And then we saw the repeated word, just like zanna, dalla, and hamza verb, amara, sala, and karaha. So the sound verbs, they come 9,000 times in Musaf. And weak words come also 9,000 times in Musaf. And the repeated, they come almost 1,300 times. It means every line of the Quran have one sound, one weak, and every 2 pages have the repeated word on average. So to remember the weak verbs, we had learned 3 sentences. Allah will give its promise. From the word give, wahaba, he gave. From the word promise, wa'ada, he promised. In fact, he said he will give more. From the word said, qala, he said. From give more, zada, he increased. Therefore, pray to him for guidance. From the word pray, da, he prayed. From the word guidance, hada, he guided. On the repeated, we have a 4th sentence, that is, and have good opinions, otherwise you will get lost. From the word opinion, we say zanna, he opinion. Dalla, he got lost. So the next in sequence is the samiyaba. What words come on the samiyaba? Samiya, yasmau, isma, samiun, masmun, samun. Sin mim ain is the root letter babi samia. The reference ayah is Samiyallahu liman hamida. The next is alima ya'lamu ilam. Alimun ma'lumun ilmun. And lam mim is the root letter babi samia. And the reference ayah is Inni a'lamu ma la ta'lamun. Amila ya'malu imal. Amilun ma'mulun amalun. And mim lam is the root letter babi samia. The reference ayah is wa'amalu Salihat. Next is Hamida Yahmadu Ahmad. Hamidun Mahmudun Hamdun. Hamim Dal is the ruler Babi Samia. And the reference is Alhamdulillahi. Khasira Yaksuru Iksir. Khasirun dash Khusrun. Khasin Ra is the root letter. Bab is again Samia. And the reference is Innal Insana Lafi Khusr. The next one is Shahida Yashhadu Ishhad. Shahidun Mashudun Shahadatun. Shin Hadal is the root letter and Bab is Samia. And the reference ayah is Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ahida, yahidu, ahad. Ahidun, mahudun, ahadun. Mean telephonic, we can say, yankuduna ahdallahi. MashaAllah, you have practiced 7 verbs that occur almost 1205 times in the Masr. We have approximately 130 verbs coming on this pattern of Samia. Out of that, we get 2,400 words in Quran if we learn all the 130. So by learning on just the 7 verbs, we just learn the 1205 words of Quran. So the next one is Wahaba. Wahaba, Yahibu, Hab, Wahibun, Mahubun, Wahbun. Wahaba is the root letter, Bab is Fataha. And the reference ayah, Wahab lana min ladunka rahma. Waka yakau ka. Wakun, Makun, Wakun. Waw Kafain is the root letter. And the reference ayah at the Bab is, of course, Fatah. The reference ayat is waqatil waqiya. So from the Zanna, we will learn Radda and Madda. In the Quran, we have approximately 55 words coming 650 times. So the next one is Wa'ada. So from the Wa'ada, we have Wa'ada, Ya'idu, Id, Wa'idun, Ma'udun, Wadun. Waw and Dal is the root letter. Bab is Daraba. And the reference is Allah inna wa'dallahi haq. The next is wajada, yajidu, jid, wajidun, mawjudun, wajudun. Waw jim dal is the rule. Bab is daraba. The reference ayah is inna wajadnahu sabira. Wasala, yasilu, sil, wasilun, mawsulun, wasulun. Waw swad lam is the root letter. And bab is daraba. The reference ayah is وَيَقْطَعُونَ مَا أَمَرَ اللَّهُ بِهِ أَنْ يُوصَلَ. وَلَدَ يَعْلِدُ لِدْ وَالِدٌ مَوْلُودٌ وَلَادَةٌ. So this is coming from the Bab Daraba. The pattern ayah is Lam Yalid wa Lam Yulad. The next is Waka Yakiki Wakin Mawkiun Vikayun. So Wav Kafia is the root letter. Bab is again Daraba. The reference ayat is Wakina Azabin Nar. We always say in the Fajr prayer or all the prayers when we say Tashahhud. So from Da we have the words Tala and Khala. From Hada we have Jaza and Jara, Ata and Masha. MashaAllah, you have practiced 7 words that occur 350 times in the Quran. We have approximately 55 verbs of this bab that occur 650 times, and all of them on just Wahada Wahaba style. So make sure that to learn this style thoroughly and did not miss the homework of the behavior. Let's do a few questions. Hal shahidta? So what will be the answer?
نعم شهدت.
Hal shahidtum?
نعم شهدنا.
Hal tashhad? The next is Hal tashhadu?
نعم أشهد.
هل تشهدون؟
نعم نشهد.
Okay. هل وعدت؟
نعم وعدت.
هل وعدتم؟
نعم وعدنا.
هل تعد؟
نعم أعد.
هل تعدون؟
نعم نعد.
إد أعد.
أعد.
إدو نعد.
نعد.
Okay, next is هل وجدت؟
نعم وجدت.
هل وجدتم؟
نعم وجدنا.
هل تعجدوا؟
نعم أجد.
هل تعجدون؟
نعم نجد.
جد.
أجد.
أجيد. مضارع have dhamma
أجد.
at end. جيدوا.
أجد.
تجيد.
جد.
نجيد. جيدوا نجيد. هل وصلت؟
نجد. نعم وصلت.
هل وصلتم؟
نعم وصلنا.
هل تعصلوا؟
نعم أصل.
هل تعصلون؟
نعم نصل.
So today we did these verbs, 6 keys.
نعم. I have a question.
Yes, what's that?
Uh, some verb that we've been learning doesn't have اسم مفعول. How we know that that word doesn't have اسم مفعول?
Actually, sister, there are two types of verb. One are called fi'l is lazim, other is called fi'l mu'tadi. Fi'l lazim is that which needs no maf'ul. You can do that action without the maf'ul. Just like raja'a, he came. The coming does not need there should be some maf'ul. Jalasa, he said. So for sitting there, maf'ul is not required. Zahaba, he went. So these all called fi'l lazim, they don't need the maf'ul. But when the mu'tadi come, mu'tadi fi'l is that which need a maf'ul. Just like akala, he ate. He can't do this verb without the something that should be eaten. That thing is called maf'ul. Katala, he killed. He can't do alone this without there is someone to be killed, maybe even an insect or the human or anything. The same way when we say kataba, he wrote, there should be something written, mean maf'ul required on which some written action should be. So those verbs which need some maf'ul for their actions are called maf'ul mu'tadi. And there are certain verbs which they don't require maf'ul. Without maf'ul, you can do. Just I told you that. Zahaba, jalasa, raja'a. You don't need a maf'ul. Without maf'ul, you can. But akala, katala, jalas, this is kataba. You did something. Without that, that action cannot be completed. The action of killing, the action of writing, the action of eating cannot be without maf'ul because maf'ul is required. So when there is maf'ul not required, we say no maf'ul. Just like we will say Samia, Yasmo, Isma, Samun, Masmun, Samun. So hearing needs some maf'ul to be heard. So here is a maf'ul. Alima, Yalamu, Ilam, Alim, Ma'lum, Ilam. So for the knowing knowledge, there should be something that should be known. That is maful. Amila yamalu amal, amilun ma'mulun amlun. If you want to do some action on something, this is the difference between fa'ala and amila. Fa'ala is just a simple act without maful. But amila, you need to amal on something. You need a maful. That is ma'mul. Hamida, Yahmadu, Ahmad, Hamidun, Mahmudun, Hamdun. To praise something, you need, there should be some maful to be praised that. So that is Mahmud. Khasira, Yakhsuru, Iksir, Khasir, dash, Khusr. Khasira means loss. You don't need a maful. You will lose. Simply you will be affected. Just like Jalasa, you said, only you were affected. Raja, you came, you affected. Zahaba, you went. So no maful. Same is the khasira is a lazim. It does not need a maful. Shahida, yashhadu, ishad, shahidun, mashudun, shahada. To witness, you have required something to about whom you will witness. Maful is required. Ahada yahadu ahad, ahidun mahudun ahdun. For to have a common covenant, the covenant or the agreement, you need second party, that is the maf'ul. Ahida yahidu ahad, ahidun mahudun ahdun. Again, having promise with somebody, you need there be somebody with whom you promise, that is maf'ul. Wahaba yahabu hab wahibun mahubun wahbun. You can say here the mahub is at time it is, at time it is not. Waka yakau ka wakyun makun wakun. It's a fail mu'tadi. Wa'ada ya'idu id wa'idun ma'udun wa'dun. Again same is the case wa'ada. You need some maf'ul with whom you can have the promise. Wajada yajidu jid wajidun mawjudun wajudun. To find something, there should be something that should be find out. Wasala yasilu sil wasilun masulun wasulun. Again, to meet something, to join something, to conjugate something, you need something. Walada yalidu lid walidun mauludun waladun. Walad, he born. So born needs something to be born. Mean the maf'ul is required. Who is born? Waka yaki ki wakyun makun wakan. Again, to save something, you need something that is from which you are saved or somebody is saved. So that is the maf'ul. That is the fi'l mu'tadi, and maf'ul is required. Now, today we will have this sign of Madi coming at the end of Mazi, just like Ta with Fatha, Ta with Kasra, Ta with Dhamma, Ta with Sakun. These four letters come at the end of the past verb and are used for the following nouns. When it comes Ta with Fatha, it means you one masculine. When it becomes Ta with Kasra, it means you one feminine. When it comes Ta with Dhamma, it means I masculine or I feminine. It is used for both. When the ta with sakun come, it means she feminine. To join with the next word, the kasra is placed below these ta at time. Let's do you masculine did. How you will say? You falta, you will put a fata. I man did or I woman did. How you will say?
Fa'altu.
Fa'altu. Okay. You feminine did. How will say this word?
Fa'alat.
Fa'alat, we will make sakun. She did. How will pronounce this?
Fa'alat.
Okay. Khalak. Khalakta. Khalakta, you created. Khalakti, she created. Khalaktu, I created. Khalakat, she created. Anamtu, I blessed. Anamta, you blessed. Anamti, you female blessed. Anamat, she blessed. Sametu, I listen. Sameta, you listen. Sameti, you feminine listen. Sameat, she listen. Ja'al, I made. Ja'alta, you made. Ja'alti, she made. Ja'alat, she feminine ghaib made. Darabta, you masculine did. Darabti, you masculine did. Darabtu, I did. Darabat, she did. Nasarta, you help. Nasarti, you female help. Nasartu, I help. Nasarat, she help. Razakta, you provide. Razakti, she you mean the you feminine provide. Razaktu, I provide. Razakat, she provide. Abatta, you worship. Abatti, you female worship. Abattu, I worship. Abadat, she worship. Zakarta, you male remember. Zakarti, you female remember. Zakartu, I remember. Zakarat, she remember. Dakhalta, you one male entered. Dakhalti, you one female entered. Dakhaltu, I entered. Dakhalat, she entered. Zalamta, you harsh. Zalamti, you female harsh. Zalamtu, I harsh. Zalamat, she harsh. Fa'alta, you did. Fa'alti, you female did. Fa'altu, I did. Fa'alat, she did. Shakarta, you thank. Shakarti, you female thank. Shakartu, I thank. Shakarat, she thank. Kharajta, you existed. Kharajti, you exited. Kharajtu, I exited. Kharajat, she exited. Fatahta, you open. Fatahti, you female open. Fatahtu, I open. Fatahat, she open. So these are the words of ta with dhamma, ta with fatha, ta with kasra, ta with sukun. And you can make the four type of different verbs form. Let's have a few questions. كيف تكفرون? How can you disbelieve? فَأَحْيَاكُمْ, he brought you to life, then he brings you to life, then he brought you to life, he will bring you all to life. A, B, C, D. فَأَحْيَاكُمْ, no, then he brought you to life. فَأَحْيَاكُمْ is a madi. تُرْجَعُونَ, you will return, they will be returned, you all will return, you all will be returned. A, B, C, D.
A.
It's D. You all will be returned.
Oh, all, okay.
Allah knows when we will die, how many years we will live, how we will die, where we will die, A, B, C, D.
Allah knows.
Allah knows all. These all are correct. We cannot deny Allah because dash are in His hand. Our life, our discretion, our death, our destiny. A, B, C, D. All the four are correct. Fasabwahunna mean, and he made him, and he makes him, and he made them, and he will make them. A, B, C, D. Fasabwahunna. No, see, and he made them. Hunna mean them. Allah created us for the earth, comfortable life, the humans, all provisions we need. A, B, C, D.
Created the earth and the heaven. A and C.
Allah created for us the earth, comfortable life, the humans, all provision is, all four are correct. He has khana, yakunu, kauna, kain, A, B, C, D.
Kana.
Yes,
Was.
khana. इसमें मफूल of khalaqa is khaliq, khalq, makhluq, yakhluqu.
Makhluqun.
Makhluq, okay. Plural of sama is samawat, samawat, asma, samawuna, A, B, C, D.
Samawat, B.
Okay. Ya'maluna, you all do, they do, they did, they will do, A, B, C, D. Ya'maluna is mudari, so two possible answers.
You all do, they do, they will do. Oh, okay.
Ya'maluna, ya is there, so they do or they will do. Ya'maluna means they. Wa'amalu salihat, and they did good deeds, they do good deeds, they did good deeds, they will do good deeds. A, B, C, D. Wa'amilu salihat.
A, and they did good deeds.
You all testify. Yashhaduna, tashhaduna, yashhadu, ashhadu.
B. Tashhaduna.
Wahab lana. Give us, you give me, they give us, and give us. A, B, C, D.
Wahab lana. He gave us.
And give us, because waw is there. Wajada, the three non-keys are wajid, mawjud, jid, wajid, mawjud, wujud, wajada, yajid, wujid, wajada, yajid, wujud.
B.
B. Wajid, mawjud, wujud. Okay. Three verb keys of wasala are wasala, yasilu, sil, wasil, mawsul, wusul, wasala, yasilu, wasil, wasala, yasilu, mawsul.
A. Wasala, yasilu, sil.
Good. Wajadtum, you all find, you all will find, you all found, he finds A, B, C, D.
You all find A.
Good. Hal sametumul Quran, nam sametumul Quran, nam nashmaul Quran, nam saminal Quran, nam asmaul Quran, A, B, C, D.
C. نعم سمعنا القرآن.
Good. Hal antum hamidun, nam ana hamid, nam nahnu hamidun, nam hum hamidun, nam antum
B.
hamidun.
نعم نحن حامدون.
Good. هل يعد الله المؤمنين؟ نعم وعد الله المؤمنين. نعم وعدهم الله. نعم يعدهم الله. نعم يعد الله المؤمنين.
نعم يعدهم الله. C.
Okay.
Why?
See, not C,
يعد
but
الله.
D. نعم يعد الله المؤمنين. Ya'id remain the ya in question answer. 7 homeworks known to you, 2 of Tilawah, 2 of the study book, and 5th one is listen to one concise MP3 recording. 6th is talk with your course study partner, and 7th is recite different surah and salah, and always pray for yourself. Rabbi zidni ilma. Rabbi zidni ilma. So be a teacher. Try to teach at least one person QC1 now because you have learned it. And let's pray. May Allah help us to recite, understand, ponder, implement, propagate, and memorize the Quran. Subhanallah wa bihamdi, subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika, nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Allahumma ighfir lana qabla al-maut warhamna inda al-maut wa la tu'adhibna ba'da al-maut wa la tuhasibna yawm al-qiyamah innaka ala kulli shay'in qadir. Allah Hafiz. If you have any question, you can ask the question. Okay, if no question, let's do say prayer. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. اللهم اغفر لنا قبل الموت وارحمنا عند الموت ولا تعذبنا بعد الموت ولا تحاسبنا يوم القيامة إنك على كل شيء قدير. الله حافظ.